Welcome and thanks for riding with a cowboy. Well, it was a great Thanksgiving. Hope everybody enjoyed the Thanksgiving. A lot of good football action, including the Bucs in action against the Colts this Sunday. Of course, we got beat 27-20 up at Lucas Stadium up in Indianapolis. Went to 4-7 on the year. It's 4 wins, 7 losses. Not too good. We've lost 6 out of 11 last 7 games. We took a 27-20 defeat Sunday. A lot of Thanksgiving football. Of course, the Lions were beaten by Green Bay. San Francisco won their game, as did the Cowboys. So we had a lot of action in football on college and the pro level. Our Buccaneers suffered a 27-20 defeat up in Indianapolis Sunday. It was a game in which our defense again did not come to play and could not stop the other team. We had some drop balls by receivers, some bad passes by the quarterback. We did pick up a running game. Rashad White picked up 100 yards in the game, but to a losing cause. Surely he would have not had a good game and won. He'd have been a lot happier. Again, we've lost 6 out of the last 7 games, and we're still in the hunt in the NFC South. That's how bad the NFC South is. It's a terrible division. If we was in any other division in football, we'd have already been out. But to have won 4 and lost 7, you'd think, oh, that team's out. Well, this team's only 1 game behind being in first place. So we're still in the hunt. And this Sunday, we play the 1-10 Carolina Panthers, who are in our division and the worst team in professional football. That's 1 win, 10 losses. That's who we play Sunday. Somebody's got to win the game. And why can't it be the Bucs? If they lose the game, well, it's terrible. If they lose the game, well, I think the season's pretty well lost anyhow, ladies and gentlemen. This team's not going to win the Super Bowl. We said that at the start of the year. They could be competitive. They could win the division. They might get a playoff game. And they could still do all those things. But I hope they don't lose Sunday. If they do lose Sunday to a 1-10 Carolina team, then, well, they fired the coach of Carolina last week. So the coach that'll be there Sunday, he's a special teams coach they promoted. So if they lose Sunday, Todd Bowles might not have a job Monday. Okay? I don't figure he's going to have one at the end of the year. And a lot of people have asked me that question. Cowboy, with Todd Bowles. If Todd Bowles don't win the championship, NFC championship, and win a couple playoff games, he's not going to make it. He's going to get third prize. Okay? He just doesn't have I don't know what you'd call it, Nothing against the man personally. He's a fine human being. And he just doesn't have that, you ask him what happened at the game, but they scored more points than we did. We got mistakes we made, we got to correct. This is what he says every week. He doesn't have any real detailed answers. I don't think when he's in private he has any more than he has when he's in front of that podium after a loss. He's just not the guy for the head coaching job. A lot of people didn't want him to be the head coach. We don't want to get into that tonight. He's still the head coach. We still have 6 games to go. We can still win the division. But this game Sunday against the Carolina Panthers at 1-10, ladies and gentlemen, watch this game. If the Bucs come out of it, which they should, 30-10 victors, then we could be tied for first place if Atlanta and New Orleans loses. They lose the game, and they've lost 7 out of the last 8. And they've gotten beaten by the worst team in professional football at 1-10 in their own house. It's not going to be good, okay? It's just not going to be good. Overall, the team is terrible in the defense. Our pass rush has continued to be terrible. It was terrible. It's been terrible all year. We've had some days where we got some wins. And we were 3-1 when we took the break. That's 3 wins and 1 loss when we took the break. And we've lost 6 out of the last 7. That's a nosedive, okay? This is the test. 1-10, worst in football, at your house, Sunday. With a coach that was put on Tuesday because the head coach got fired last Monday for being 1-10. So, you can't beat them. Things don't look too good for you. I know that's how they feel at One Buck Place over there. I'm sure they're getting ready to win this game Sunday, and we need them to win this game Sunday because they're still in the hunt to win the division. They're not out of contention. Okay, so with 6 games to go, I don't suppose if we can win this game Sunday that Bowles is going anywhere to the end of the year. Hopefully he'll go to the playoff game. So we got to root for the Bucs. We got to get people like Devin White off the field because he's contagious with his lackadaisical play, not knowing where he's at. But we can't hardly do that with Levante David hurt. We've got to get some pass rushing by Sharinka, Yaya Denby, Shaquille Barrett. We've got to get sacks, and we got to get turnovers, and we got to score when we're inside the 10-yard line for Baker Mayfield, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Chris Houghton, the rest of the chat. All of these players have got to pull together and put a complete game together and win. They've got to do it this Sunday, and they're doing it against an opponent that they should beat. It's a critical game for us this year. Critical, critical, critical. We're going to continue to keep you posted on it and continue to keep you posted on what's going on over there. As we know now, Levante David's out. Jamel Dean's out. We don't know how bad Vita Vea is hurt. He's played sparingly this week. He didn't get any tackles, which is very rare. We did not win the game. They ran the ball right down our throat. That was supposed to be our forte, defense. It's not there. And Todd Bowles is a defensive specialist, a defensive coordinator. Well, he's the one dropping the ball, okay? As a head coach and as a defensive coordinator, because he is the defensive coordinator. He took on that position with his expertise. But his expertise ain't working out. But if you listen to him closely in his news conferences, he's telling you, I'm putting the players under the bus. I put them where they're supposed to be. They know what to do, but they didn't do it. And that's putting the players under the bus, okay? So we'll have to see what happens Sunday. We'll continue to keep you posted. We're still in the hunt. Get out there on Leroy Street. Get out into the parking lot and have a good tailgate. Get into that game. It's a 4 o'clock game that was flexed. It was a 1 o'clock scheduled game. Now it's a 4 o'clock scheduled game. And we'll see what we can do against the Carolina Panthers. If we can do it, can't do it against them, I don't think we're going to be able to do it against too many others, okay? Just keeping it real with you here. Sports Talk with the Cowboy. Now we're going to move on to college football. A lot of that going on. The USF Bulls won their game against Charlotte 48-14. They went 6-6 on the year, and now they're going to be bowl eligible. We'll find out what bowl they play in the 3rd day of December. We'll know what game they play. They made it 6-6 and got a bowl invitation. Congratulations to USF and Alex Golish. His first year as USF Bull football coach. He's turned that program around. Remember, Coach Scott was there 3 years, won 4 games. Alex Golish won 6 games first year and is bowl eligible and is going to a bowl. Congratulations to the USF football program, athletic director Kelly, Alex Golish, the head coach, all the assistant coaches and the players, the fans and supporters of USF football. Congratulations to Sports Talk with the Cowboy. You delivered the mail. You did what was asked of you to do. You turned a weak program into a winner and got the prize by going to the bowl game. You're a winner no matter whether you win or lose that bowl game. You're a winner. Congratulations to USF. Big game, Ohio State, Michigan. Michigan beats Ohio State 30-27. Auburn gets beat by Alabama with no seconds on the clock for a touchdown in the end zone. Alabama wins that game. Georgia beats Georgia Tech. The SEC championship this week, ACC championship this week, Big 12 championship this week, Pac-12 championship this week. That'll go a lot to determine on the four teams that will play in the championship series or the Super Bowl of college football, as we like to say here. FSU beats Florida. FSU beats Florida. Backup quarterback Florida. Backup quarterback FSU. FSU wins. They're undefeated. They're ranked 4th. They got a big game this week. Let's see them win this game and let them get into that playoff 4 to possibly win a national championship and bring one home for Florida. So congratulations to Florida State. A lot of college football championship games this week. Stay tuned to see what goes and goes on. Congratulations, USF Bulls. No news on the Rays. The Rays are kind of silent in St. Petersburg right now. They're getting their time off and good for them. Been a little bit of trade talk, but nothing serious. There'll be some winter meetings in 2 weeks, the baseball winter meetings. There'll be a lot of trading going on. And as we said here in Sports Talk with the Cowboy, we expect Tyler Glasnow to be one of them gone. Margot, another player, going to be gone. They're going to get rid of those contracts. We expect that. It's not non-concrete, but you heard it here first when it does happen in 2 weeks. The Lightning, Vasilevsky, our goalie, is back in goal. He's been in the last 2 games. We were 1-1 and coming back. Our great goalie has back from the surgery. He's recuperated. He's 100%. He's out on the ice. expect bigger things from the Lightning now that they've got their premier goalie back in net, and expect us to get on some wins here before Christmas. So congratulations to Vasilevsky to get back in the net, and the Lightning for getting him ready to be ready, and the surgeons to get him surgically changed. In just this summer, he had the operation. They said he'd be back by Thanksgiving, and he was there 2 days before Thanksgiving, so they had a pretty good idea what it'd take to get him ready to play, just not healed up from surgery and taking a long time to rehabilitate. So congratulations to the Lightning to get him back. We'll see what happens with them tonight against Edmonton. But they were 1-1 in the last 2 games that they played with him in net. But give him a few games to get back into the rhythm of things. So we're going to move on now to questions. And the first question tonight is from Alice again on USF. And she's asked, what did I think about the win against Charlotte? Alice, it was a tremendous win. It was 48-14. Charlotte scored first, as you know, and we scored everything else. Beautiful game. Wonderful game, Alice. USF, wonderful season. Alex Golish, thumbs up as the head coach of the year in Tampa, as far as I'm concerned, as it stands right now. Coach of the year, Alex Golish, USF head coach, USF Bulls. Great game. Hope they're going to get a bowl game, Alice. I'll keep you posted on where that game is, but it was a good game. Thanks for your question. God bless you, Alice. The next question is from Joni. Joni wanted to know what I thought about Tyler Grasnote being traded by the Rays. And Joni, I think he's going to be traded at $26 million a year. They're going to trade him. They're going to trade him for some prospects. This is just what the Rays do. They're going to take that money and they're going to spend it around on some other players, rehabilitate them, and bring them into their fold, Joni. That's what they generally do, and it's a very great thing. So I think that's what's going to happen to Tyler Glasnow. He's probably going to be traded in the winter meetings, like we said, in 2 or 3 weeks. God bless you, and thank you for your question, Joni. And the last question is from Mike, and Mike's from Avon Park, and he thinks, what do you think it'll take to win the NFC South is record? Mike, I think a winning 8 games could get you as a South champion. I think 9 certainly would get you to be there, but I think 7 could actually win it. We're right now 5 wins for the Falcons, 5 for the Saints, 4 for the Bucs, of course 1 for the Panthers. They're out of the loop, so you're only running against 3 teams, and they're only 1 game ahead of you, and they're all playing this week, and we get to play both those teams again. The Bucs do. So they can even it up on their own right. Just got to keep winning. And I think a team that wins 8 games wins that division. Absolutely, I do. There's only 6 left. There's 1 this week, so there's only going to be 5 left. So, we're getting down to the end of the season, okay? And you get a team where either one of the other 2 teams stumble a little bit and lose, and they win a couple, and they get a couple game lead, it'll be hard to catch them. So, I think 8 games will win it. I really do, Mike. I think 8 will win, and 9 for sure will win. Thank you for your question, mate. Mike, God bless you. DJX, what do you got for me tonight?
Well, Cowboy, you know what it is. Let's get right off into it, buddy. All right, let's talk a little Pittsburgh Steelers here. Kenny Pickett praises Jalen Warren's blocking, calls NFL fines ridiculous.
Well, it was a good block. It helped them win the game, and of course they leveled a fine on him for some kind of illegal block they thought was unnecessary. So I don't know what the fine was, but they paid it and went on. And it's getting to that point in the NFL where they just fine you when they even if they don't even flag you on the field now. Yeah. And then they look. Look.
Oh, they go back on the tape.
Oh yeah, look. DJX didn't get we're going to get him a $10,000 fine. He didn't get flagged for it.
Right. So they go back on the tape.
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Say, hey.
Oh yeah.
He did this right here.
Didn't get flagged for it. We're going to still fine. That's right. I get out of his check.
All right. Coach buyouts are out of control. What you think?
They are. Jimbo Fisher's going to get a buyout. Ron Rivera's going to get a buyout when he gets fired in a couple weeks. Frank Reich's going to get one. He just got fired Monday. The Panther coach got a 5-year contract, $20 million a year. He didn't make it a year. They fired him. I'm sure that they'll buy him out of that contract without too much litigation. Then Jimbo Fisher's $150 million contract with Texas A&M, served 4 years out of 8. Fired him. You got to pay it up.
Right.
But the buyouts are ridiculous because this is the kind of money that's slung around. Okay, well, I lost $70 million. Okay.
All right. Nick Bosa believes Chase Young can be one of the elite pass rushers in the NFL.
Nick Bosa is absolutely correct. Chase Young, a few years ago, when we went up there and won the Super Bowl and we played the Redskins, he was the Redskins defensive end, just coming out of college, absolute animal. He's a great player, and the 49ers, of course, gravitated and grabbed him off the Commanders team and took him out there a few weeks ago out in San Francisco. He's a 49er now. And with Bosa on one side and him on the other, they're unstoppable. And they're going to be a terror to meet. And they play the Philadelphia Eagles, by the way, for all y'all this weekend. The San Francisco 49ers travel to Philadelphia. And the two teams that I think will represent the National Football Conference going to play. And Chase Young's going to be lining up there with that 49er team. And he's a proven player with the Commanders, young player, great player. And with Bosa coming from this way and Chase Young coming from that way, you ain't going to be able to double up on one of them because one of them going to get by.
All right. Bucs, Baker Mayfield to play despite his ankle.
He got hurt last week because Dave Canellis called a damn stupid play. Right coming off tackle, he got jammed up and got his ankle hurt. Had to be raced, had to be shot. And it was wrapped up, swollen real bad, but he went ahead and played. He's an offensive lineman quarterback. That's the kind of guy that Mayfield is. And they did give him an MRI after the game after Sloan went down. There's no breakage. He spent one day off the practice field in light practice. In the last couple of days, he's been out here practicing again. So I think he'll be ready to go. Now, whether he can get it re-injured, because we all know that. We all know it, so I'm sure the opposing team knows it too.
Yeah.
And if that ankle's hanging down there and they can get a roll up on it.
Right. All right, let's go to the boards. Steelers afternoon drive are Hines, Ward, and James Harrison Hall of Famers.
James Harrison's a Hall of Famer, I think. I don't know about Hines Ward. I thought he was a great receiver. I don't know if he's Hall of Famer. But, Harrison is, in my opinion. Both of them, surely the ring of honor, so to speak, of the Steelers teams, for sure. But, they've got a few goes at it. You might not get it the first go around the Hall of Fame. You might have to go 3 or 4 times to get in there.
Right.
But they both credible. They both got credible numbers in what they did. They're great players and elite players for the Steelers.
All right, and I'm going to leave you with this. Kenny Pickett endorses Steelers' increased use of 13 personnel.
I think it's a great move on his. They got rid of Matt Canada, their offensive coordinator, and they made 400 yards in offense this weekend, this Thanksgiving weekend, without Matt Canada, the offensive coordinator, who's no longer the offensive coordinator. They look better, and their formations, their offense, the way they're moving the ball. If you're a Steeler fan, you got to be pleased with what you've seen Sunday, and you'll see it again this week.
Okay, all right. That's my team right there. So that's what I got for you this week.
Well, thank you, DJX. God bless each and every one of you. Say a special prayer for Israel tonight. Protect the Holy Land from those who would kill innocent people. Have them in your prayer. Do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. Give a hand up or hand out, even if you can't, because we need the kindness and goodness in this world, because we've got a lot of evil. We've got a lot of people with deceptive practices, and we got a lot of people that are out for themselves. And you can't be a good person if you're just out for yourself. And if anybody says they're out for themselves and that's all they're out for, try to shine a little light to them and give them another way to go. Because we need those kind of people. God bless you. Till next show, Cowboy out.
Have you ever had a dream that you want him to do you so much you could do anything?